Are you looking at applying to medical school but confused on which pre-med extracurriculars you should consider? Are you unsure about the most important pre-med extracurriculars? You are not alone. In today's video, our expert analysis and responses will help you tackle any personal questions that may arise while applying for medical school. Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm an admissions associate here at BeMo. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe on whatever social media channel you're watching this from now so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. If you would like us to help you get into medical school, visit BeMoMedSchool.com to schedule your free initial consultation. As a quick tip, check out the timestamps in the description of this video to navigate to specific sections of the video that you're interested in. Here's what we're going to cover: clinical experience and ways to get it, shadowing, research, community engagement, and hobbies. By the way, we're giving away $50 Amazon gift cards every week to the best comments and questions, so comment below for a chance to win. There's this one thing that will dramatically assist with pre-med extracurricular selection. I'll explain at the end of the video, so keep watching to find out. Now let's get started. Gaining clinical experience before your medical school application is key. To be a competitive candidate, you must have some exposure to the medical field. Shadowing is a great way to get some passive experience, but you also need some active clinical exposure. This can be done by volunteering at a hospital or clinic, working in nursing or long-term care homes, or working as a health professional's assistant. Having patient interaction experience is extremely valuable. You can find other ways to experience what it's like to work in the medical field. Some students get pre-med gap year jobs to gain some experience before medical school, while others choose alternate routes, including hospice volunteer. Undoubtedly, the death of a patient is the most devastating and stressful time for a physician. Volunteering in a hospice may help you understand the moral and emotional toll of caring for a dying person. You will also get to see how physicians interact with the person's family and loved ones. You might be able to learn how physicians can provide comfort for patients and their families in the most vulnerable time of their lives. Hospices usually offer support from in-house counselors who can help you process your experiences. Certified nursing assistant. Becoming a CNA is a great way to get clinical experience and earn some extra cash. Look for CNA certification programs in your local colleges. Each program has its own schedule and training length. CNAs have flexible working hours, so you will not have to jeopardize your studies and other responsibilities. Volunteer emergency medical technician. This is a great way to get some hands-on experience as an entry-level healthcare provider. You will become aware of the healthcare needs in your community, be exposed to various medical specialties, and learn how to deliver medical help in various environments. Hospice scribe. Hospice scribes assist on-call physicians with gathering information and making documentation. This experience will demonstrate your verbal and written communication skills, your attention to detail, and your dependability to the admissions committee. Serving as a caretaker can teach you how to provide help to patients facing chronic illnesses, learn about the cost of their medications, medical procedures, and nutrition. You will also learn about the difficulties they face when trying to get the help they need. Aside from clinical experience, the admissions committees want to see your human qualities like empathy, dedication to patients, and ethical responsibility. All these alternative options will not only provide you with experience in the medical field, but also emphasize how medical exposure formed your motivation to become a physician. The students should know that the AAMC expects students to show all the core competencies by the time they start medical school. This is in contrast to Canada, where the CanMeds roles are a good guide, but not really expected of students in full. CanMeds outlines the roles that practicing physicians must perform, not learners. Shadowing. Shadowing a physician is a requirement in most American medical schools. It is a passive learning activity that allows you to learn about the responsibilities and everyday routine of practicing physicians. Again, try to commit to shadowing a physician for an extended period of time to forge a relationship with the professional. They may become one of your medical school referees. To find a physician to shadow, start by asking your personal physician, family members, and friends, as well as doctors with whom you have volunteered and worked. They may allow you to shadow them or recommend physicians who typically take on students. Otherwise, look for physicians in your area and call their office to ask if they take on students. Shadowing is a common practice in the US, so don't be shy to ask. But you might be wondering how to ask to shadow a doctor. When you call or email the physician, explain that you are a pre-med student and express your interest in their specialty. Briefly explain your medical experience and your aspirations in the medical field. Arrange a schedule that fits both of your needs and responsibilities. Requirements for shadowing hours for medical school vary with each program, so make sure you know how many shadowing hours are required for medical school. If you're submitting a DO school application, make sure you shadow a DO physician. Having clinical exposure with a DO doctor will be your competitive edge. Shadowing an MD doctor only is not going to be enough to stand out as an osteopathic candidate. Most medical schools expect to see some level of research experience in students' applications. If this is an area of your application that is lacking, you must work to gain quality research experience, especially if you're looking to apply to MD PhD programs. You do not need to get involved in several research projects to make a good impression. Even one in-depth quality research project can be enough to demonstrate your research skills and experiences that can be applied to a variety of scientific fields and disciplines. If you are a student, start by asking your instructors and TAs if they are involved in any research projects and whether they need help. Be on the lookout for any research assistant postings in science departments on campus. If you're applying to research positions on and off campus, make sure to prepare a stellar research assistant cover letter. It's a bit more challenging to find research positions if you're no longer a student on campus. If you are taking a gap year before medical school, you can still look for research opportunities in nearby colleges by emailing professors in the departments you would like to join as a researcher. In your email, explain that you are a pre-med that needs to gain research experience and state that you would like to volunteer in their lab. Describe what important skills and qualities you would gain from working with them. As a student and a graduate, you can also contact physicians you shadowed or worked with to find out if they have any research opportunities for you. Even if they are not personally involved in research, they may be able to recommend professionals or organizations that are looking for research help. Other ways to gain research experience may include contacting a medical school and its medical centers near you. Departments at teaching hospitals typically have their own research personnel, and you can phone or email them about research opportunities. If academia is your passion, you can consider joining special master's programs. Typically, graduate degrees have built-in research opportunities, but do not get a master's to simply fulfill the requirement. Master's degrees are expensive and time-consuming. You must have better reasons to apply than to bolster your application. Between maintaining an exceptional GPA, juggling extracurricular activities, and looking for research opportunities, the process of applying to medical school can leave you white-knuckled countless times a day. The answer to the age-old question, how hard is it to get into medical school, is, to put it briefly, it's really hard. On a practical level, volunteer hours are going to be an essential part of your profile as a pre-med applicant. After all, you will draw upon your volunteering experiences for both the MCAS work and activity section and your MCAS most meaningful experiences. But it's not just about what looks good on paper. Volunteer experience also helps to foster some of the abilities and skills a good physician needs. As Noreen Kerrigan, Assistant Dean of Albert Einstein's College of Medicine, says, medical schools, quote, want to make sure we're not accepting brains on stilts. We want people with hearts, end quote. The volunteering section of your medical school application is meant to illustrate that you are more than just book smart. It emphasizes that you are also a well-rounded human being who can demonstrate selflessness, compassion, and altruism. Volunteering also provides opportunities to work with people in your community, teaching you valuable skills along the way. Being involved in your community is one way to truly set yourself apart, while also preparing you to be an excellent physician in your career. When it comes to service work, quality outweighs quantity. It is more important to actually reflect on what you've learned and attained through your volunteering journey than to focus on the simple act of logging hours. Volunteering is an opportunity to discover what you are truly passionate about. Instead of perceiving service work as a rat race to log an infinite number of hours in the hopes of impressing a medical school admission committee member, volunteering should be regarded as a step towards growth, exploration, and the adventure of discovering who we truly are as individuals. This ever-evolving journey of discovering what we are capable of when pursuing something that we are passionate about has unequivocal benefits when it comes to your surrounding environment and community as a whole. The act of service work should be a personal choice, one that speaks to your ethos, a mandate that you believe in, and the part of your day that you most look forward to. If the type of activity that you've chosen to explore feels like it's one you need to tolerate for the greater good of your admission application, then it probably isn't the right fit. Although there really is no formula, if the activity is something you really care about, it is common to show that you had committed to this activity on a consistent basis for several years for at least 10 to 15 hours a month. But again, it is important to note that this is not set in stone. Some of our students who have gotten accepted had less than 10 to 15 hours a month, while others had more. Types of volunteer activities. When looking for volunteer experiences that you will be passionate about, there are two basic groups that you should be looking at. Experiences directly linked with the medical school application. Volunteer work with clinics, hospitals, camps, homes for the cognitively, physically disabled, nursing homes, etc. Experiences indirectly linked to healthcare. Volunteer work with organizations like Big Brothers and Big Sisters, child and adult tutoring, Habitat for Humanity, soup kitchens, teaching, etc. A lot of activities can fit into this category depending on how you frame them during your application. Choosing service work in a healthcare-related field may show a medical admissions committee that you have taken the time to explore and understand what it would mean to pursue a career in medicine. Conversely, choosing to explore service work that is indirectly related to medical care illustrates that you are truly interested in the act of serving and helping others. You should strive to try experiences in both categories. When choosing the right volunteer activities for you, keep the following criteria in mind. Time commitment. Remember earlier when we stated that when it comes to service work, quality trumps quantity? This is absolutely true, but we can also not ignore the numbers when it comes to medical school requirements. Admissions committees are looking for well-rounded individuals, and one of the best ways to show this is through a long-standing dedication to volunteer activities. Quantitatively, medical schools suggest at least 10 to 15 hours a month, give or take. Medical school admissions also view service work as a long-term commitment, where a prospective applicant has committed at least 6 months to a given organization. Making a long-term commitment shows that you are dedicated, which is an important quality in future physicians. If you've truly found your calling and an activity that truly speaks to you, time should fly. Location. In an interview from a few years back, a dean of an American medical school had stated that overseas volunteering has become, for lack of a better word, the vogue thing to do. Many prospective medical school applicants may think that volunteering overseas could give the applicant an edge, but for the admissions officers, this type of experience may raise some flags. When considering overseas volunteer experiences, admissions committee members will be considering: did this applicant use the opportunity to take advantage of a trip, or did they completely immerse themselves in a community, striving to fulfill the needs of marginalized and disenfranchised individuals, thereby gaining an understanding of the problems facing global medical care? To avoid any misinterpretation of your experience, Volunteer in your own backyard. There are likely a ton of opportunities to be of service in your own community and to try and become a part of rebuilding your own community from its roots. It demonstrates that as an applicant, you are truly grounded and understand what it means to be a contributing member of your own community. Progression and skill building. Look for experiences that will allow you to learn new skills or build on existing ones. Provide opportunities for leadership or taking on roles with increasing levels of responsibility, and challenge you and help you grow as a person. Above all, choose activities that you are passionate about. This will make it far easier to fulfill the time commitment and remain dedicated. How to find volunteer opportunities. It can sometimes be a bit tricky to know where to look for volunteer opportunities, especially if you're just starting out. Here are some ideas to get you started. Ask friends, family, and mentors. Let the people in your social network know that you're interested in finding good volunteering opportunities. The more people you tell, the more potential leads you have. Even if the people you ask aren't directly involved with volunteering themselves, they may know somebody who is and can put you in touch. University resources. Many colleges and universities have web pages dedicated to employment and volunteer opportunities that may be of interest to their students. You can also consult career services on your campus for advice and resources. Try to make a habit of scanning the posting on events and announcements boards in departmental common areas or the library. Check out the website for your city and municipality. The official website for your area is often full of great information, and such sites often feature pages dedicated to helping residents find volunteering opportunities. Search the web to locate nearby organizations that align with your interests. If you love animals, you could use the web to search for the animal shelter closest to you by simply typing in animal shelter and your city. The same applies for any other type of activity. Finding out the name and location of your nearest soup kitchen, Big Brothers Big Sisters organization, or the local chapter of your favorite charity, just a few clicks away. Contact your favorite charity. If you have a favorite charity, visit their website for information on any local chapters that may exist in your area. If none exists, contact the charity directly to ask if you could help better establish them in your community through a fundraising event or something similar. While grades and test scores are an important component of admissions selection factors, most medical schools are interested in forming a well-rounded medical class rich in both diversity and experience. Our participation in Hobbies makes each of us unique, shaping and changing us in different ways, allowing us to gain skills and insights to help ourselves and our peers. One person's passion for travel can give them a deep appreciation and respect for different cultures and beliefs. Another person's love of playing the trumpet can help them achieve discipline and determination when faced with challenges. Similar to the diversity essay for medical school, including hobbies in your application is a way for you to bring original experiences forward that someone else may not have. Even if two students both participate in and enjoy cooking, they will still have had different experiences, learned different lessons, and gained different skills. Participating in a long-term hobby shows the admissions committee your commitment and passion towards something you value, which can carry over in your pursuit of medicine. When considering which hobbies to include, it's important to think about why you want to include them in the first place. All MCAS entries, regardless of the category, should only be included if they are significant. So what is a significant entry? One that has been particularly important on your journey toward becoming a physician, and one that can demonstrate your suitability for the profession. After all, the purpose of the MCAS work and activities section is for the admissions committee to learn about who you are as an applicant and how your experiences have helped you develop desirable personal characteristics and skills. It is therefore important to choose the activities that you include wisely. You need to be able to demonstrate to the admissions committee that you possess sought-after qualities such as resilience, compassion, dedication, teamwork, cultural competency, etc. Remember, quality is more important than quantity here. Even though you are allowed to include up to 15 activities, if they're not significant, don't include them. Think about a hobby that you've participated in that can demonstrate valuable attributes. Perhaps you've participated in a debate club where you learned how to compromise and respect differing opinions. Perhaps you've fished for as long as you can remember, which taught you patience and determination. Any skill set that can carry over into your career as a doctor is useful. There are not a lot of wrong answers when it comes to which hobby to include. The most important criteria is that you can discuss what the activity means to you and what you learned or gained from the experience. Check out our blog to learn more about PreMed Extracurriculars. I've included a link in the description of this video so you can find the blog easily. If you would like us to help you get into medical school, please visit BeMoMedSchool.com to schedule your free initial consultation. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, so please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. If you have any questions about PreMed Extracurriculars that I didn't cover in this video, let me know in the comment section and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And don't forget, we're giving away $50 Amazon gift cards every week to the best comments and questions, so comment below for a chance to win. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you next time.